We are a privately owned education company. We specialise in professional year programs for overseas born graduates from Australian universities who are looking to start their careers in Australia. We give them a training program that helps them integrate to the workforce. We like to think it's the quality of what we provide for the students that come through us. We specialise really in the internships component of what we do, which is really based around identifying the right company for the right person and not just trying to place them in any place that we can. I joined the company at a very early stage in the evolution of the company, and really was the ethos of wanting to make a difference in people's lives, which I think we carry through with us every day. That to me is probably the most important thing. We were facing a significant growth period in our business. We'd previously been managing our sales with one person across 2 or 3 product lines. What was happening was that we were in a situation where we wanted to grow in a particular area. We couldn't allocate resources equally, and we needed to find a specific person with a very specific skill set that would be able to take us to what we figured was the next step. So I knew Steve previously. As a candidate, he really screened me, and I remember a call that he gave me before the interview saying, "How are you going to manage this interview?" And I think my answer was, "I'm just going to, see what happens and go with it." And I got really, really stern talking to in terms of, well, no, that's not how you prepare for something. How you're actually going to position yourself to be the best candidate for the job. And it really got me thinking that of all the people I'd ever worked with, as far as recruiters go, no one had ever taken the trouble to talk to me in terms of, what do you want to achieve? How do you want to achieve it? What are you actually going to say? How are you going to manage this process rather than turning up and going through the process? So that struck me as being very different. And when we were looking for someone for this role, because it was a sales role, we very specifically were saying, well, we weren't going to go to some generalist recruiter. We were going to look for someone who actually was good at sales and someone that we could trust. It was very important for us to find someone that would understand what we were looking for, that we weren't just looking to pay someone a lot of money to do a job. We wanted the right person, and that person had to fit team culture, it had to fit ethos and the way of doing things. We had to really go through the process of understanding what we were looking for and how we were looking for that person that we were looking for to perform. We did speak to a lot of other recruiters in the lead up to engaging the Harlow group, and it was very much right. So you're looking for a salesperson, you're looking for this, you're looking for that. Right, I know I've got the perfect candidate for you. The Harlow process was very much more right. Tell us exactly what you're looking for so that we can actually benchmark people against it, and you're not dealing in guesswork, you're not dealing in the ifs, buts and maybes, you're actually dealing with very specific measurables that you can judge people against. Basically, within about 3 months of Max starting, we tripled our sales figures. He was able to come in very quickly, understand what we needed to do, understand where the business wanted to be, and understand where he was in the business, and what we needed to do, what the challenges were, both micro and macro. Go out to the marketplace very quickly with a very clear understanding of who we were and what we wanted to get those numbers up to where we wanted them to be. In fact, he got our numbers up to way above where we wanted them to be, and we've been able to sustain that. I think a large part of that has been a result of getting the right person, which obviously is a result of the way that person was found. The role that we recruited for, or that the Harlow Group helped us recruit for, was absolutely pivotal in the evolution of the company. We needed to find someone who could deliver on the things that we wanted to deliver, and that would then allow us to fund all the things that we needed to fund in terms of development of the company. We went from, to give you an example, when we used the Harlow Group, we had a staff in Melbourne of about, I think, 4 at the time. We've now got a staff of 18 here. The company's grown, another 4 or 5-fold on top of what the initial growth has been. A large part of that has been as a result of the ability of that one key role to deliver on the things we've needed it to. I knew that the candidate I was going to get was not going to be, you know, a rank amateur, for want of a better description. I also knew that with the way the process was driven, the fact that we had to do so much work in terms of understanding the person that we needed meant that we were going to get someone that we knew was going to fit. I think not doing that work, not actually understanding the depth of what you need in your role, contributes to a lot of poor employment decisions. And we've certainly felt that in previous you know, job searches where we haven't scoped out the specifics of exactly what we're going to measure this person on, what sort of person we're looking for. So just that understanding has been really crucial for us. And you know, that a lot of that, in fact, all of that came from the Harlow Group.